You might recognize this man right here in this photo. That is Drew Scott, one half of the Property Brothers. And just 3 days ago, I was at the same after party as him. I was in LA for the world premiere of the new Superman movie. And like most Hollywood events, these after parties are just loaded with musicians, actors, influencers, people that you've seen a million times but have never actually met. So as I was walking through this after party, I leaned over to my brother and I said, "Yo, that's a Property Brother right there. We have to say something." You see, 5 years ago, my grandparents' house was actually on an episode of Property Brothers. It aired in 2020 and the episode was called A House for Avery. Now, I spent a big portion of my early childhood at this house. My brothers, my cousins, we all kind of grew up here in the early stages of our childhood. And some of my favorite memories as a kid were at this property. After my grandparents passed away, I never went down that street again. For the main reason was I didn't want to see that house belonging to somebody else. And I get it might sound silly, but I didn't want to see it in a different way, potentially even unkept by new owners. Because I knew how much my grandparents cared about this house, and I knew how much time, how much fun I had there as a kid. And to see it in any other way would have been completely heartbreaking. But the thing that stuck when this episode of Property Brothers aired was that Drew and Jonathan Scott were incredibly respectful the entire time. They didn't mock it, making fun of design choices. They honored it. And when a space carries that much sentimental weight, the respect means everything. So anyways, I did go up to him, I introduced myself, and I just wanted to thank him for how thoughtfully they approached this project. And honestly, he was super friendly. And then he says, and I kid you not, this is like, it was eating me alive the last 3 days. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, because sometimes when we renovate these homes, we find old photos and letters behind the walls. In this moment, I didn't want to overdo my conversation with him, but my brain was like, tell him about Shot and Forgot. Say what you do. I take old lost photos or unknown letters and I track down the people or try to figure out the story of these pieces. And then if possible, I trace them back to the family and return them. I've helped dozens of people reunite with pieces from their past that were literally forgotten, whether it be behind a wall or sold at auctions. What he just said was like the best opportunity to tell him what I do. And what better person than somebody that is constantly flipping old homes. I was flying home from LA and I was like, damn it, man. I asked him for a photo and he said, of course. In fact, I've got a great selfie arm. And that's why he's the one taking this photo. Anyways, looking back, I wish I mentioned Shot and Forgot. So here's my ask for you guys out there. I would love it if you tagged Drew Scott or the Property Brothers in the comments of this video. Because honestly, if they ever come across a letter or photo, I would love a chance to look at that and try to figure out what story is actually happening here. It's not really something that's a part of their show anyways. Maybe it'll be like, hey, look what we found, but it doesn't go further than that. That stuff is like gold to me. It's literally what Shot and Forgot's all about. Anyways, thank you guys so much for the help on this, and thank you for watching, and I'll update you if anything comes of this. Doesn't hurt to put it out there, and I'll catch you in the next one.